food. And fortunately, some people are already receiving the vaccine, so there is hope on the horizon. You just have to be a little bit patient. I'm Tom Ross.
If you can get that vaccination appointment, some pharmacies are now prepping to help dole out the shots. 660's Jared Launchbury has those details.
Anyone 75 years old and up can book and get their shots at more than 100 pharmacies across Alberta. The province approving locations in Calgary, Edmonton, and Red Deer. The health minister says this is the tip of the iceberg.
As soon as we have the supply and the processes in place, we plan to expand the pharmacy program to help us get doses in the arms of every Albertan who wants to get vaccinated when they are eligible.
Anyone who can receive the shot will be able to do the whole process at their pharmacy, including booking their appointment. A list of participating pharmacies is available online at Alberta Blue Cross. The government says the pharmacies that are part of this initial rollout have shown demonstrated experience with immunizations and the specialized skills needed to safely provide COVID shots. I'm Jared Launchbury.
Hazel Jones was one of the elderly Albertans who received a vaccine shot yesterday. The 77-year-old says she hopes this helps things get back to normal.
I visit for the church, people in long-term care centres and assisted living. So I'm looking forward to visiting them again.
She's urging others to continue following public health recommendations.
Well, nationally, there's some good news when it comes to vaccinations, and Jamie Pulfer says there's more supply on the way.
Vaccine shipments are ramping up in this country.
On the week of March 8th, we are expecting over 460,000 doses of Moderna. The week of March 22nd, we're expecting over 840,000 doses of Moderna, which means we would have received over 2 million doses, even more than promised in the first quarter.
Prime Minister Justin Trudeau also says Pfizer is expected to ship 1.5 million doses in the first 2 weeks of April. I'm Jamie Pulfer.
Have you noticed your butter has changed? Canadians are reporting it's a lot harder to melt these days, and they've been taking to social media talking about what's been dubbed Buttergate, of course. 660's Ben Wilson is getting to the bottom of it.
Sylvain Charlebois from Dalhousie University in Halifax says the reason for the harder butter is simple. Palm oil used in livestock feed.
It is allowed, it's legal. The challenge, of course, is that when you use palmitic acids, it will increase content of saturated fat in butter fat.
And that's why it's taking longer for your butter to melt. Charlebois had been hearing from other experts in the food industry that organic butter is less stiff and much easier to spread. So he decided to put this hypothesis to the test with a couple of pieces of toast.
The difference was absolutely stunning.
The last 2 years, we've seen an increase in the use of palmitic acids on dairy farms as a way to increase levels of butter fat in milk. Some provinces are looking into the matter. Farmers in Quebec now banning the use of the oil. I'm Ben Wilson.
660 News Time, 7:39. Pigs can play video games. That, according to research from Purdue University in Indiana. They found that porkers were able to recognize what was happening on a screen, and then they were able to move a joystick to actually interact with it. The study's lead author says one thing it clearly tells us is that pigs have a lot more mental flexibility and behavioral flexibility than we previously thought. They're playing a game that was similar to Pong. They were incentivized with food. 1 minute out from traffic and weather together on the one.
IT support.
Hey, I'm having some computer issues.
You need to create a ticket.
Tickets take days. This should just be a quick fix.
Sorry, I just answered the phone. I need to enter a ticket.
But it's just...
Ticket. Put an end to slow service and other IT issues with Calypso's 24/7 service desk. Calypso is the fastest and most responsive managed IT service provider in Calgary. Get better IT support for less than what you're paying today with Calypso. Calypso. CALITSO.com.
Trail moving well eastbound from Sarcee past Crowchild and on towards 9th Avenue, the downtown West End. From the northeast, westbound Memorial Drive moving well towards the 4th Avenue flyover and in fact right into the downtown core there. Highways around Calgary also in pretty good, barren, dry condition. However, you'll find blowing snow adding some icy sections at times. Keep that in mind as you do travel. And if you see something in the way, let us know. 403-291-0066. Ready to start winning at Save on Foods? The Win-Win event is back, giving you great prizes for every $50 spent. Shop Save on Foods today. Now the weather forecast. Here's meteorologist Michael Coos.
We will see at least some sunny breaks through the afternoon. In fact, becoming almost a mix of sun and cloud. Warm westerly winds, 30-40 kilometers per hour, pushes the high up to about 6 degrees. Now the cold front is quickly trailing, so it moves in tomorrow. Temperatures drop off. It's -4 in the morning, -1 midday. Colder in the afternoon as snow passes through. The winds pick up out of the north, drops all the way down to -10 early Saturday, -5 in the afternoon with a partly sunny sky and a few flurries. Currently in Parkdale, it is already up to 0. Rundle's at -1. The daytime high reaches 6 degrees.
And it's time for the 660 News Market Minute.
A 19-point gain for the Toronto stock market in the opening trades this morning. The CIBC, one of the early leaders, up $1.08 at 118.98 after the Commerce reported a 34% increase in first quarter earnings to $1.6 billion. We're looking at shares of Shopify up $5 at 16.37. CN Rail up $1.33 at 139.71. And BlackBerry's up 46 cents at 14.62, catching a little bit of a lift from the GameStop rally on Wall Street this morning. GameStop has opened up by 85% to $169.50 at the start of Wall Street trade. The Dow is up 7. The NASDAQ is higher by 4 points. The price for oil down 23 cents at $62.98. Gold is down $18, $17.80. Our dollar's up a fifth of a cent, 80.11 cents U.S. At the Business Center, I'm Mike Uppel.
660 News Time, 7:43, 60 seconds out from a look at our top story.
Calgary, if you haven't heard about SaveOnWheels.com yet, then this ad is for you. If you or someone you know is thinking about purchasing a new vehicle, look no further and start with us at SaveOnWheels.com. Our team has independently evaluated every new car dealership in the city and chosen the top dealership and service professionals to work with for each brand. Let us be your direct link to the people in the car industry that have proven they deserve your business. Visit SaveOnWheels.com, fill out our free form, and see how all the work we've done translates to a better buying experience, saving you time and money. Start with the best. Start with SaveOnWheels.com.
ERX Pharmacy offers same-day, no-charge prescription delivery. Simply enter in your prescription online or have your doctor fax it to them, and orders made before 3 p.m. will be delivered same day. Sign up at e-rx.ca to place an order today.
Calgary's news. Now, this is 660 News.
Good morning. It is -1 from the 660 News Broadcast Center in downtown Calgary. I'm Andrea Montgomery. Here are your top stories right now. It is budget day in Alberta. It'll be a different budget day than we saw just a year ago. The UCP's initial goal was to balance the budget within the first term. That goal has been shifted by the Premier to now stay the course. Legislature watchers are not expecting any major spending cuts or tax increases. Although the website crashed, the phone lines tied up, and some Albertans spent hours hitting the refresh button. 72,000 people have managed to book an appointment for their COVID vaccine, and an announcement from the province yesterday that some pharmacies are gearing up to also help dole out the shot. 660 News Time, 7:45. Time for a look at 660 Sports from Sportsnet 960 The Fan. Here's Danny Blakey.
It was a scoreless game through 56.5 minutes.
Chuck to Machapati, he scores!
Calgary had the first tally of the day, but led for less than 2 minutes.
The Maple Leafs on a mad scramble in the Flames' crease somehow push the puck past David Riddick, and they tie this game at 1.
That goal from William Nylander in the dying minutes of regulation before he scored just $1.06 into overtime.
Nylander charges the net, shoots and scores.
Was the final score: Maple Leafs over the Flames in OT. Calgary is in Ottawa tonight to face the Senators. Montreal Canadiens hit the ice tonight for the first time since replacing Claude Julien as head coach. Dominique Ducharme will be making his debut as interim head coach.
Obviously, it's a mixed feeling, but yes, I'm proud to be here.
Habs playing the Jets in Winnipeg. Also tonight, the Vancouver Canucks host the Edmonton Oilers. And Mackenzie Hughes is the lone Canadian at the field of PGA's Workday Championship that tees off this morning in Florida. Canada's David Hearn, Roger Sloan, Michael Blitch, and Taylor Pendrith are all playing at the Puerto Rico Open. Sports every 15 and 45 minutes past the hour, or anytime at sportsnet.ca.
660 News Time, 7:45. impact economically of the pandemic has led to a massive increase in how much federal aid Canada's oil patch has received. Tell you exactly how much of an increase after this.
Have you seen the line wrap around the store when a new iPhone comes out? What if that were buyers wanting to see your home? Justin Haber with Remax First here. I'll be back in a moment to tell you how that's possible without holding an open house.
Hi, I'm Kurt Temple from South Trail Kia.
And I'm Kelly Temple from Eastside Kia.
So, Dad, are you getting tired of winter yet?
Well, you know me, I can hardly wait for spring and golf.
Oh, me too. But in the meantime, maybe we can come up with a way to make winter a bit more fun.
Well, how about no-charge all-wheel drive on all 2021 Kia Sportage?
Hey, now we're talking.
I still can't wait until spring, though. Do you really think you're going to beat me at golf this year?
Yep.
Eastside Kia and South Trail Kia.
We want to see you in a Kia. Justin Haber with Remax First. Back to tell you about my ComingSoon.ca program that allows buyers to get an early view of your home. So when we put your home on the market, we consistently attract dozens of buyers and may sell for above asking price in a short amount of time. Go to justinhaber.com and find out how.
660 News Time, 747. The economic impact of the pandemic led to a massive increase in federal aid that Canada's oil patch received last year. A new report on the annual inventory of fossil fuel subsidies says Ottawa directed more than $1.9 billion to oil and gas producers in 2020. In 2019, that number was closer to $600 million. But the report also says almost all of the direct aid was paid out in two programs, one to protect jobs, the other to cut greenhouse gas emissions. Stateside, a Pennsylvania man charged in the Capitol riot learned the hard way the consequences of antagonizing his ex while trying to commit a crime. ABC's Aaron Katersky has that drama.
During the Capitol insurrection, January 6th, court records said Richard Machete texted his ex-girlfriend, "Gotta stop the vote. It's fraud. This is our country." She apparently disagreed because in another text, Machete wrote, "If you can't see the election was stolen, you're a moron." The woman promptly went to the FBI to turn in Machete, who now faces federal charges. Court records showed a picture of him texting during the riot. Other images showed him inside the rotunda. He's among those charged who bragged to friends and family about their participation, only to have them go to the authorities. Aaron Katersky, ABC News, New York.
Australia has made it official and passed a law that makes Google and Facebook pay for the news content they use. More from ABC's Tom Rivers.
The law forcing the two to pay for news is ready to take effect, though it will take time for the digital giants to strike media deals. Communications Minister Paul Fletcher.
We're working across the full range of areas where it is important to make sure that the rule of law applies in relation to all of the things that we do online, with the internet being a pervasive part of modern life.
Last hurdle, Parliament passing final amendments. In return for the changes, Facebook has agreed to lift a ban on Australians accessing and sharing news. Tom Rivers, ABC News at the Foreign Desk.
And U.S. President Joe Biden will speak to the country's governors today about the fight against COVID.
President Biden today takes part in the National Governors Association's winter meeting. COVID-19 vaccine supply and distribution will be a key focus of the conversation. Last week, the NGA, Republican and Democratic governors, sent President Biden a letter saying the way the CDC is reporting vaccinations delivered and administered has, quote, created unnecessary confusion by failing to distinguish between what states are doing and what the federal government is doing. The governors asked the president to push for better coordination between federal and state officials. Karen Travers, ABC News, Washington.
You're 1 minute away from traffic in your 5-day forecast. 660 News Time, 750.
If it's swings, slides, or rolls, All Kind Door Services is your one-stop door specialist. Commercial, residential, overhead, or pedestrian doors, fully automated or revolving. All Kind Door Services repairs them all. 24-hour emergency service available. Call us at 403-266-1411.
At SaveOnWheels.com, we believe a car buyer's satisfaction comes down to the quality of dealership they visit and the quality of person they deal with.
If you see something in your way, let us know. 403-291-0066. Traffic is brought to you by Fish Creek Nissan. Own a vehicle that isn't a Nissan. Get $500 bonus cash to make the switch to a remaining in-stock 2020 Nissan model on McLeod Trail South and James McKevitt Road. That's the weather forecast.
Let's connect with Michael Coos for your 5-day through the weekend and into next week. Michael, things are looking back and forth, aren't they?
Well, they are looking up and down for sure on the temperature side. We've even seen some flurries, some light snow passing through the area this morning. Mainly a mist for the city of Calgary, but to the north and now off to the east, working out toward Brooks. If you're traveling along Highway 1, might run into a little band of snow there. Through the afternoon, your temperatures, they rise nicely. That band of snow or mixed precipitation is along the warm front, so we're into that warm air now around Calgary already into the afternoon. Gets up to 6 degrees, drops down to -4 through the overnight. Could see a few flurries overnight, but it looks like a tomorrow event. Light snow on and off throughout the day, hangs on into the evening, potentially overnight too, with a low of -10 into Saturday. It's a mix of sun and cloud to a partly sunny afternoon, cold at -5. This is what Andrea's talking about, the up and down pattern. Back to Sunday, we're back to the warm air, mainly cloudy with a high of 8 degrees. Monday, late day, we could see another little band of light snow coming back into the region. Currently at the airport, it is still mainly cloudy. It's -1, downtown 0, the daytime high up to 6.
You know, the further we get away from that Arctic vortex, I don't care if we go a little bit up and down.
Yeah, totally. It's long gone, fortunately.
Excellent. 660 News Time, 7:53. It is time for the health report. Here's Catherine Jete.
There's new evidence a previous COVID-19 infection could significantly lower your risk of falling ill with the virus again. Researchers looked at data on more than 3 million Americans who had completed an antibody test in the first 8 months of last year. They found nearly 12% tested positive for antibodies, meaning they had previously been exposed to COVID-19. Less than 0.5% of the antibody group went on to test positive for the virus later on, while the COVID-19 positivity rate in those who didn't have antibodies was about 10 times higher. The findings are in the American Medical Association journal Internal Medicine. With the health report, I'm Catherine Jete.
Hollywood's been slow to pump out new content with the COVID-19 pandemic, stalling shooting and production on a number of titles. But there is a new Pixar movie. Disney Plus release of Soul is out with a new trailer. The movie is called Italian Riviera. It follows the story of 2 boys who appear human but are actually from the deep blue sea. It comes out this summer. 660 News Time, 7:55. Your business report is next.
This is your chance to save like never before during Lazy Boy Furniture Gallery's 36-hour sale. Hurry in and take 20% off the sale price on Lazy Boy sofas, recliners, and leather furniture. Take 20% off the sale price on solid wood bedrooms and dining rooms. Safety protocols are in place with extra cleaning and sanitizing. Don't wait. The 36-hour sale ends 5 p.m. Sunday, so rush to Lazy Boy Furniture Galleries with 2 convenient Calgary locations. Live life comfortably. Some exceptions apply. See store for details.
Every month at Airdrie Dodge, a lucky customer walks away $10,000 richer. Purchase any vehicle and you'll automatically be entered. Real money, real winners. See it on our Facebook and Insta. Get a sweetheart of a deal all month long at Airdrie Dodge. Like 25% off a 2020 Dodge Grand Caravan with payments as low as $97 weekly. And if you'd like a cash top-up up to $15,000 with a 4.6-star Google rating, shop where customers are happy at airdriedodge.com, home of the real $10,000 giveaway.
On February 28th, the Today Showstopper at TSC will be an exclusive bundle featuring the stunning 64-gig 10.9-inch Apple iPad Air. Thin and light, with an advanced camera, liquid retina display, and True Tone audio, it's powered by the state-of-the-art A14 Bionic chip and Neural engine for amazing 4K video editing, music creation, and next-level gaming. Watch for it on February 28th when it's the Today Showstopper. Shop TSC.ca. Today's shopping choice.
Main stock market benchmarks on May and Wall Streets are not indicative of some of the volatility that we're seeing behind the scenes in the early trade this morning. It is all front and center on the Reddit rally part 2 as GameStop has surged as much as 85% in the opening minutes on Wall Street with another Reddit-inspired rally for shares of that retailer. And some of the other recent favorites, which had heavy short positions against them, BlackBerry, AMC, Express, some of the pot stocks, they're also up in the early trade. trade this morning. Heavy trading volumes. Robinhood, that trading platform, has been tough to get on, and there's actually been some trading halts on GameStop because of the volatility. The main benchmarks, meantime, are much more sedate. The TSX up 11 points. And key contributor to the upward trend this morning, bank stocks. The CIBC topped the estimates with a first quarter profit of $1.6 billion, and that's got the Commerce up $1.13 at $118.97. The day after reporting a $3.8 billion profit, the Royal Bank is up 72 cents at $112.60. Wall Street, meantime, seeing a little bit of caution. The Dow is down 30 points, more from Bloomberg News.
The competition for streaming subscribers will become more intense. Viacom CBS will rebrand its streaming service as Paramount Plus next month, offering more than 30,000 TV episodes and about 2,000 movies. Best Buy's fourth quarter sales were up nearly 12.5%, but that was not as much as Wall Street expected. Best Buy shares are down more than 2%. The company says its business could be hurt going forward as the pandemic eases and consumers spend more on things like travel and dining out. Dow Jones Industrials are down 2 points. The S&P 500 also down 2. The NASDAQ is down by a fraction. Jeff Bellinger, Bloomberg Radio.
Price for oil, West Texas crude, $63.08. That's down 13 cents. Western Canadian Select unchanged at $52.50. Gold is down $11 at $17.86. The dollar's up 1/5%, 80.13 cents U.S. At the Business Center, I'm Mike Apple.
The all-new season of American Idol is now on City TV.
It's so exciting to be back.
Feel the energy these kids bring to us. So much hope.
Love. This is the first time that just someone singing made me cry.
And glory.
Sometimes all people need is that one person that tells them that they can, and then boom. I'm going to Hollywood!
American Idol. All new Sundays, 8/7 Central on City TV. Or stream live and free at citytv.com.
Calcana presents things you can do instead of heating up your car. You can hit the snooze button in extra time. You can have that extra cup of coffee. You could even sneak in an extra long shower. All of this is possible when you have a Calcana garage heater. Enjoy heat and comfort in your garage all winter long. Your car will enjoy it too. No more. Just hop in and go. Calcana heaters make winter sweeter. Visit calcana.com.
Let's have a look at your regional forecast now from Environment Canada. We have wind warnings in Alberta, Cardston, Fort Macleod, McGrath. Watch for winds up to 120 kilometers an hour this afternoon. Lethbridge escapes the wind warning. I guess everything could happen once. But the wind warning does expand up the Rocky Mountains, up to Kananaskis, Canmore, and Banff. Watch for winds of about 100 kilometers an hour today. 6:60 news time, 8 o'clock.
Calgary's #1 for breaking news, traffic, and weather. This is 660 News.
Thursday, February 25th. Good morning. I'm Mike Blanchard.
And I'm Andrea Montgomery. -1 in Calgary. Here's what's making news right now.
Today's budget day, and many organizations and advocates are reading out their wish lists while the Premier promises there won't be any tax hikes. While thousands of Albertans have been able to book appointments for a COVID-19 vaccine, technical issues continue to leave many others waiting eagerly.
I want to emphasize the shots are happening.
Albertans that are eligible have another 100 plus options to book COVID-19 vaccine appointments. Pharmacy